I have been taking a break off reading Batman Rebirth, because I just needed a break. So I decided, while taking my break off Batman Rebirth, what a great idea to read a comic book written by the same guy who's writing Batman Rebirth. That's just a great idea. Mr. Tom King himself. Um, yeah, I kind of get why people have a love-hate relationship with Tom King. I get it now. But let's talk about it. This was a pretty solid read. I have my issues with it, but overall, I would say it's a very solid, positive experience. Let's get the elephant out of the room. The art by this name right here. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I don't even know what example to show you, because I can open this book on any random page and it's a masterpiece. Like, look at that. That's crazy. The amount of detail, the coloring, the textures. It's like every single panel in this book can be used as a wallpaper. It's amazing. This is like the comic equivalent to, like, it goes hard on mute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing. It's a beautifully drawn, illustrated, colored, inked, lettered. Visually, it's one of the best books I've ever read. It looks amazing. Like, look at that. I could just show you panels all day. It's crazy how amazing this book looks. Now, when you get to the writing and the story, there is so much narration. It's just bogged down in narration. It gets to a point where it's like, come on, guys, this is a lot. This is a lot. Essentially, it's not really a Supergirl story. This cover is very deceiving because it's really her story. We're pretty much reading her journal, like a book she wrote. This girl right here, it's a revenge story. It's she's trying to go track down this guy who kills her dad, and she brings Supergirl for the ride. So, like, this honestly, this cover in itself is very deceiving, because really it should be the girl in the center and her at the side, because the majority of the dialogue and the talking and everything in this book is done by this girl. And it's a lot. It's a lot of journal entries. So you're really just reading the girl's perspective through this adventure she went on with Supergirl. And don't get me wrong, it's a great adventure. I enjoyed it for the most part. I would say my favorite issue of the entire book is when they go to this planet where Supergirl is powerless until the sun sets. So they're kind of just waiting it out until the sun sets. And, there's like things chasing them, and, there's some danger, and the sun's setting. There's waiting for the sun to go all the way down, just like that scene in I Am Legend, which I just watched the other day, where like the dogs are trying to get him but need the sun to go down all the way. So it's kind of a reverse of that. I think that was my favorite issue. I would say the end is quite satisfying, the way how they don't actually, spoilers, but they don't actually kill the guy. They trap him in the thing from Superman 2, I forget what that thing is called, but they trap him there. Apparently, because I was really confused at the last panel, because in the last panel, it seems like they do kill him. Like, she knocks him in the head, and, he's on laying there. But I was watching, I forget which video I was watching, but there was some summary video where it says they don't actually kill him. He just knocked him out, but he's still alive, which was a bit confusing, but because they don't really say anything. It looks like he's dead. Again, beautiful artwork. Don't even read the words, just look at the art, honestly. Overall, a solid story. I feel like you could cut half the words out of this book and it would be just as good. Like, honestly, if you just want something to look at, just get this. It's just beautiful. It's amazing to look at. Again, I kind of want to take some of these images and use them as wallpaper, just because how beautiful they are. And I need to follow this artist and this colorist, whoever these guys are. I need to just consume their artwork because it's amazing. So I would say that the art heavily carries this book. Not that the book is bad, not that the characters are bad, not that the dialogue is bad. It's just a lot to digest, and some of it feels kind of unnecessary. But I think most people would enjoy this book. It's pretty much just one big galactic road trip. They just go to different planets, they help people out, they do this, they do that, they gotta do something for someone to get whatever, and it all comes together good enough. And yeah, it's a pretty great read.